Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel, Adiatu here, Naturallyads on YouTube. So in today's video I'm going to be planning for the week of the 4th of May to the 10th, which is the week of Teacher Appreciation Day. So the reason that this video is coming so late is because I was waiting for this kit to arrive. This kit is from PandabirdDesign. I forgot the exact name, but it's like a teacher slash school kit, which I thought would work. So sure to subscribe to my channel before you leave and turn on the bell to be notified, and I hope you enjoy this video. Enjoy, and I'll also be using some extra boxes here and there, but you'll see them as I add them in, so enjoy. Okay, so now for the day by day. I just wanted to add, I don't have a month script in rose gold as it's on its way, which is why it's not up there. So first I used this quarter box with a emoji with like inbox to note that there was like loads of emails about uni deadlines. Then I used a corner scallop and I covered it with a stick with a plan code gel with a hot water bottle to note I had more cramps. Then I used a quarter box and a munchkin watching TV to note that I was binge watching some Plan with Me's, which I do a lot. And then as you can see, I don't have bougie boxes because I didn't have rose gold ones, so I did some white place spanning today. So then I used a Sugary Girl shop girl binge watching in bed to note that I binge watched some Arrow. Then I used a washi strip with a headache sticker from Sweet Choir Design. It was like a headache in a jar, but I cut it down, which is why you can't see me, to make sure it fit. Under that I used a quarter box and a money sticker from Sweet Choir Design again to note that I had to pay some custom charges for some orders that I had coming. Then at the bottom I used a mummy and child or baby sticker, like the mum kissing the baby, to note that my nephew came to visit. I used those stickers to denote us, which is why they're different skin tones. On to Tuesday, I used a happy birthday flag from Sweet Choir Design to note it was my cousin's birthday this day. And then I used a quarter box and a munchkin emoji with a play button to note that I was binge watching some Plan With Me's. Then I used a washi strip and an edit emoji, which I cut down because I needed the space, to note that I was editing loads of videos. Then at the bottom I used a munchkin that was colouring in to note that my Amanda Rachel Colour With Me was live. I don't think it was live. I think I filmed it. It was a Tuesday, so I probably filmed it on that day. Then I used a half scallop that's foiled with a freebie from Fantasy Store Design with her dog Luna watching TV to note that I was binge watching some Arrow again. Then I used a quarter box and a sticker sheet from a freebie. I don't remember what the shop was from. It was from a freebie grab bag sort of thing, so I don't know what shop it's from, but that was to note that I was pulling out stickers for a Plan With Me that I was filming sometime in the future. I don't remember when I filmed it. I think I'm looking for a sticker here, which is why there's a bit of a gap. And then I used a sticker from a freebie from Valia and Tuma, which was a girl in a mask, and I cut it down so it could fit to note that I finally got a mask on that day, which was the 5th of May. So yep, I think I'm cutting it down so it could fit in that space. Then I used a scalloped corner with a stick with a plan code girl that's filming. It's filming herself, but it's to note that I filmed a Plan With Me. So that was why I was pulling the stickers out for that Plan With Me. And this is also in a day extended if I forgot to mention it. And then I used a third box with a freebie of a girl excited to note that I won a giveaway for Goldman and Coco, which I was excited about. Then I used a half box and then I added, it took a while for me to maneuver all of this to make it fit, so I did rips and things, but basically it was a half box with 3 hot checklists and a patent binge watching in bed to note that I was watching The Flash, Supergirl and DC Legends. I ended up putting the patent too high up, so it was folded in the crease and I couldn't fix it. So yeah, that was that. So on to Wednesday, in another day extender. I first put down a cookie sticker schoolgirl with a school script from Simply a Mess in rose gold to note that it was a school day. Then I used a quarter box and a alarm clock from a GP studio leftover to note that I kept losing my alarm, which was really hard for me to wake up. Then I used a Zoom munchkin to note that I had a 10 a.m. seminar on Zoom. Then I used another quarter box and a Zoom sticker from the GP studio to note that I had another seminar at 11:30. Then I used like a washi strip sort of thing and a video conference munchkin sticker to note that I had another seminar. Then I used a munchkin on FaceTime with an observation script from Lily Blossom Designs to note that I had another video observation. And then down in the middle section, I used a half scalloped with a girl from Valia and Tuma holding a camera to note that I filmed a haul. Then I used a third box and a Fox and Cactus Happy Meal girl to note that I got Happy Meal from Goldman and Coco, the Coffee Monsters Co and the Ginger Cat Co. So I got a lot of Happy Meal that day. Then I used a Sugary Girl Shop girl binge watching to note that I watched some Supergirl. Moving on, I used a third box again and a GP Studio Girl binge watching to note that I watched some Arrow. So this week was a very DC heavy week, apparently. And then I used a emoji with like a full inbox to note that I was sorting through my emails and making sure I was replying to the ones I needed to and the ones that were important. Then down below I used like a washi / foiled header and a stick with a Planko girl that said cleaning day because it was a cleaning day. I was doing some cleaning on that day. So I kind of went a bit ahead of myself, but I'm going to catch up in a second and move on to Thursday. So on to Thursday, I used a corner scalloped that was foiled and a munchkin, the early morning munchkins, to note that I woke up early. Then I had a tutor meeting, so I used a munchkin or emoji, I can't tell, that was like on a video conference to note that. So you're going to see it now. So it was like I was trying to see if I needed to use a box or not, but I didn't have that much space, so I changed my mind and ended up moving that some down. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, so I ended up using the emoji that I said, and then I used a washi strip with a migraine girl from Sugary Girl Shop to note that I had a really bad headache / migraine. And then I used that third box with a munchkin teaching to note that I posted work for the kids on online schooling. Then I used a GP Studio binge watch girl to note that I was binge watching Arrow and DC Legends. Then I used a washi strip and a couples munchkins with a duo date script from the Ginger Cat Co to note that I had a duo date, which is like FaceTime with my fiance. Then at the top I used another washi strip and a migraine girl from Sugary Girl Shop to note that I had a migraine as soon as I woke up with one. Then I used a half scallop box or whatever, and a GP girl binge watch sticker to note that I binge watched more Arrow and DC Legends. I really just watched so much of these shows. Then I used a Nana driving. The mouth is open, so I saw it as like yawning because I was tired. I had to pick up my mum because she went shopping and she couldn't carry her load. Then I used I think this was like a half box, but I cut it and made it into like a third box. And I used a munchkin binge watching to note that I watched more Arrow once I came back home. Then I used a pattern with the YouTube play button to note that I had a YouTube binge. Then I used a washi strip with a wash your hair sticker from the Sugary Girl Shop. On to Saturday, I used a Dua Girl from the Modest Cat to note that I started fasting again. Then I used a half box which I cut down to make into a third box with another munchkin binge watching to note that I had a Plan With Me binge. I didn't notice that I did the same thing in the previous day, but it's fine. Then I used a Sugary Girl Shop girl with like blow dryers and curlers to note that I dried my hair and my mum helped me like grease my scalp and stuff. Then I used a half scallop with a Miss Moss binge watch girl to note that I watched 3 things. I watched Center Stage, 5 Feet Apart, and Whatever It Takes. It was quite stuffed in there. I should have used like a free heart checklist, but it's fine. Then I got I'm sorry you didn't see what I did at the bottom of that day, but I had it was like a full box that I cut down, and I put that I was watching shows, and then I used the second half of that full box that I cut down on Sunday I mean, and I used a munchkin laying in bed to know that I was just bored. Then I used a half box that I cut down to a third box, and a Netflix emoji to know that I was watching Shadowhunters. Then I used a girl with like a toothbrush and like a blow dryer, like as weapons, from from Valley and Tuma to note that I filmed my mini braids, which has already come out. So if you haven't watched that, go watch that if you're interested in hair videos. Then I used a hard box that I cut down as a third box. I used a Foxton Cactus crying girl to note that I had knee pains. Then I used a stick with the Planco girl crying and like in pain to note that I had a headache. Then I used a half box that I cut down into like a quarter box, and a Netflix binge sticker from PlanWithAds to note that I was watching Once More with Love. And those two prayer trackers down below on Saturday and Sunday are from the Modest Cat, because I was fasting again those days. So this is what is left from the kit, and this is the wiggle. So this was the first time using like a full rose gold kit. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you liked it. All the shops will be linked down below. So bye.